Expect to see or what you've seen. Perfect. So we are back, and what we're doing while we're waiting for the moment to interview Alf when he comes up here this evening, he's finishing up with Darcy Strickland right now. We are actually talking to quite a few people who are just visiting right now and going through the expo and just talking experience. So as we got some great questions when we had some passersby. Great questions. What y'all doing in here? Curiosity will bring you into one of these seats. So we're going to let our guests introduce themselves and then tell us what brought them to the Black Expo and what they plan to see. Starting on this side. So she said you got to go first. Tell us who you are.
My name is Kel Love. I am a traveling hair healer, and I also safe spaces for women called Flow of Goddess.
Oh, wow. You create safe spaces for women called Flow of Goddess. I'm going to ask about that because that's a big thing I hear a lot of women talk about. They don't have safe spaces. And you are.
JL. I came here because I have my own business called Mantra Magic. I'm an artist. I'm also a crystal jewelry maker. I'm focused on elevating, healing people's. So I came here to get the great networking experience.
Absolutely. And today has been a phenomenal networking experience. The amount of things we're seeing out here, the amount of our people that we're seeing in this space right now, and the positive energy in this room is phenomenal. So it's really a great place to network. Share. I mean, God knows we probably between us giving these out and getting things back, we've hundreds and probably gotten back a few cards ourselves. So we're gonna start calling people. You said that you create safe spaces for women. Elaborate.
So, what Flow of Goddess is all about creating a space where women can come to themselves, a deeper relationship with themselves through meditation, breath work, intuitive breathing, sensual movement, and just building like community. I always tell people we don't and all think alike, but as long as we're coming with an open mind and an open heart, that's all that matters. And I've been doing it. I'm going on year 2 now, and people have no from just taking the first class. Not only just building like a sisterhood, also now they have the skills that they can implement into their daily lives to create peace and balance. So,
And right now, that's the thing. That's a big imbalance right now. It's not a whole balance going on with nobody. Um, okay, it's this one. That one is on that one, so we don't have crazy echo, but we're good with these here. Um, it is a place where peace and balance is off because there's a lot of turmoil going on right now with what both of you do. That not just business is booming, but out right now because everyone's seeking something. They're seeking answers. They're seeking guidance. And coming out here today, did you see anyone or anything that you wanted to network with that you felt to what you do?
Well, we recently just passed a book, and it gave me a lot of motivation because I'm currently writing a book myself about just mental awareness and rising in consciousness. Us are usually trapped within our minds, you know, we forget to bring it to reality when we feel like we're so stressed out in life. So the book signing it gave me motivation to, you know, keep writing that book and just get my audience out, get the audience, but also get the word out there, you know.
Absolutely. Totally agree. I think that out here today, you know, like you said, we're trapped in our minds. Room with your friends, you give them your ideas, they tell you what they think is a great idea, run with it. But until you get to see others doing what you do, that's when your creative juices get to flowing. And so today has a lot of people's spidey senses going off like, oh, I'm gonna get me this, or I'm gonna do that, or I gotta try that, or I never thought of that. That's a good one. Have you been able to connect, or will you plan today to connect with a lot of women?
yeah, I definitely plan on doing
They look
that.
stressed out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't that peace. Some
You know,
stressed people.
it's so funny. A lot of times we run to the cultivate peace versus running internally to ourselves.
Ooh, now you right on
And
that.
the skills with breathwork meditation and even just affirmations I have implemented to my life daily. A lot of times we think that we one time and it just fixes it all.
Right.
A lot of times we think that, if someone is struggling getting to a certain success level, is usually in the mind. It's usually because deep down inside, they probably don't feel like they deserve that. So it's kind of like being able to say those internal feelings or thoughts are not true, and that I am worthy and I deserve the things that I want. I'm going to get out of my own way because the only person that's in our way is us.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Do you feel that's something that you're seeing as well with people who are coming to you and to your business? Is that the mental battle is serious? I heard you mention that too. We're trapped in our.
I find the universe very beautiful because everyone that comes to you is they are a part of you. It's a part of that one soul, that one connection. So to me, it's like we go through things in life because we have a mission to help others. A lot of us suffer from depression, anxiety, overthinking, guilt, and all these things that inside the body. It's gifted to us to not be the victim of it, but to get with it and go through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you feel what you all are going to experience today is going to help enhance what you do?
Yeah.
Because today's goal,
Yeah.
I see Expo and I feel expand.
Nice. That's beautiful.
That's where my. And so when they told us about coming out, Expo meant expand, and Colossal was just just to grow. So I'm glad you all stopped by. I'm glad you conversation. I truly wish you both real prosperous businesses and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Outstanding. We will be back soon again with DJs and so much more with come through. So stay tuned, jump in, go back and watch us. Whatever seems to work, just know we'll be here. We'll talk to you soon. Awesome. Ladies, I you. So I'm getting ready to do something, and I really hope that all of you can hear me, because I want us to get a chance to walk you through the Black Expo. So, excuse all my fingers in your way, but I'm going to flip this around and get you guys in here. So give me a moment. And let's see if we can't walk y'all through the Black Expo and let y'all see what things are like out here today. All right, let's take a look. All right, so we are here today at the Black Expo, and we are going to go through and just see what all is out here.
is the proud sponsor of the 2022 Columbia Black Expo. Stream live video and watch your favorite local newscast for free with the WLTX app. Download it today on your Roku and Amazon Fire devices.
Outstanding. So right now, Kadeem and Deval are live, and they are in the room talking. So we're going to travel down and see everybody and everything. You have so many great things going on. So if you are free and you'd like to come out, today would be an outstanding day to come out, to visit, and to experience. You do not want to miss this amazing opportunity. It's a lot of noise, so if you can't barely hear me, I gotta apologize in advance. But again, it's an amazing experience you definitely do not want to miss. We're gonna walk through, give you a brief glimpse, and if you're interested in coming on out, we highly, highly recommend it. Alrighty. The guys don't know I've taken it to go ahead and walk on through. So, y'all don't get me fussed at. All right. So there are lots of vendors here. Lots of stuff going on downstairs. Lots of amazing opportunities. All right, I'm sorry for the deep wind. So we have a lot of vendors. How are y'all? How are you? Supporting that healthy living. There are so many different things. Hey, how are you? Hey, it's for small business. Listen, we have the podcast, and we're always talking about um, having Black Wall Street back in South Carolina, and a lot of great different things, different food, different opportunities. ETV is out here. They have an outstanding concession stand. Y'all, there's so many amazing things to definitely enjoy. So if you are free and have a moment, we highly, highly, highly recommend that you come out to the Black Center. From colleges to weight loss, types of vendors here. There is so
Right. Your family, come on out.
All right, so we're waiting for everything to catch up with us here. And we're getting ready to bring up a young man. Okay, perfect. All right, one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment. All right, it's going to be a slight echo for a moment. Perfect, perfect. So, again, this is very interesting because we have hundreds downstairs right now. And because there are so many of us in this facility right now, the internet is interneting, but we are getting ready to interview a young man. So if you were out here today, then you know upstairs in the Columbia Convention Center, over in the far corner closest to Gervais Street, there is a U of a group of youth, and they're shaped of a U, and they're all youth vendors. And what's so amazing is they're out of Orangeburg, but they're all children who have their own businesses. So the young man that Aaron Bishop was speaking of earlier, when he said this young man inspired him, and the words that he used was this young man lit fuel in him. It fueled his fire again for his drive. We are actually getting him to come down. He is on his way over. He is going to tell us about his business ideology, what got him to be where he is, and what he learned about what it takes in business to be successful. So we are waiting for them to come down so that we can really hear his story, his growth, and where he's coming into his business. So I'm excited about this. You know, I love when kids get businesses. I am a huge advocate for entrepreneurship. I respect entrepreneurship, and I myself am an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur, but this is exciting to me to see a child or a young person begin to build their empire at an early age. So we're ready. I'm excited to see them come through the door in a moment. I cannot wait to hear more about his story. And here we go. Hey, how are you? Been hearing a lot about you in the last couple hours, you know? They said business has been booming about it. So that's an awesome thing. Tell us your name, where you're from, and what it is that you do.
My name is Akiva Grant. I'm from Dover, Delaware. And we just moved down here about 2 years ago. I like to study science, football, as those are going to be some of my majors, and entrepreneurship. Clothing, I have developed a clothing brand. It's Akiva's Clothing. It's 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 I've been developing the mission statement. It's expression for what should be prioritized: your mind, body, and soul, your peace, and transmitting the dark thoughts into positive thoughts. It was really for the youth because when I was young, I had trouble expressing stuff, and I found out that the more I didn't express, the more it would eat me up mentally, which would affect my physical state. So it was a clothing brand that I brung to the conscious minds of the youth to let them know that they are not alone and that clothing is a way that you can express. But going through the process, I realized that the youth is not the only one that has trouble with expressing. Adults do too. So I opened it to the whole conscious collective. And everything that I do in life, especially with the clothing brand, it's been from something that I've been through in the past that I know that other people are going to and still experiencing. So there's another way that they can experience it and use it to keep pushing them in life.
That is outstanding. He said you filled him that went to Bishop.
Amazing.
Aaron Bishop came and he spoke about you earlier, which is what made us pull you in. And he said you lit a fire inside of him again that he needed to hear. But you are right. We as a race, as a people, struggle with expressing ourselves, always have been, because we've been all told to be quiet and to listen. So you giving people something that they can wear, that can say things that they cannot speak, is powerful. Your voice have authority in it that is outstanding. So to take your energy and put it into your work is phenomenal. You said business was booming.
It has been. It's been a lot of conscious collective people that I've been visiting, and other that have been visiting my booth, and other people that are just willing and open minded to help out the youth, that is helping the youth, and they are just like eager, and they're just sitting there to listen. And I really take that into consideration, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm also grateful that they take their time to come listen to me, because the one thing why I really push the agenda for the youth is because as growing up, as being the youth, trying to help the youth, we are going to be the doctors, the nurses, and everything. And we struggle with so much mentally and physically that we tend to keep in it, and it's affecting us. We can see it in this new day and age. We have all the distractions, electronics, and stuff. And I'm just trying to wake the youth up, mainly because we are going to be the new collective controlling the world.
You sure are?
And it seems like society is slipping, but as the most rebellious generation, we are the most easiest to be controlled. So we have to learn how to control ourselves, and you have to go within for that mommy change. And that is the message I'm trying to preach to the youth.
So what are some of the things that your t-shirt line or your clothing line, what are some of the things you put out there in your expression?
One of them, I have 3 clothing brands. The mind, body, and soul, I have 2 prospects of that. One says, if it's not helping your MBS, it's not for you, which means if it doesn't resonate with your mind, body, or soul, or if it's not helping that with the mental and physical hygiene, you don't need it in your life.
I'm gonna get that shirt when we leave. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. And the other one says, practice hygiene with your soul and mind, and your body will follow. If you don't prioritize your soul and your mind, which are the key factors of who you are, it's going to affect your body. Sure. And I've been through that, and I know everyone else has. And I have one called peace. Going through this world is certain things that we go through. So if we do not embody our peace, we are going to be affected by that as well. So it says your peace is your patience. As long as you are moving with your peace, you are moving with your patience. And that is the second clothing brand. And my third one is Dark Thoughts. It's Dark Thoughts for positive change of mind, transmitting the negative thoughts into the positive thoughts. And I use inverse operation since I like studying psychology and neuroscience.
You can tell you have a very, very keen insight when it comes to psychology, because what you think is who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
That is a powerful thing. So today with you, what shirts or what do you have here today where people can come out to purchase? I won't say shirts, but you say clothing line, that could just open up a world of different things.
Yeah. So I have both of the mind, body, and soul prospects, and I have the peace prospects. Yeah.
Maybe you said it earlier, but how old are you?
16.
And you figured all this out by the 16.
I'm always old. It's better learning while you're
I feel
young.
like you've been here before.
Definitely. That's the thing. I had to figure out. We all have to figure out our life purpose and our soul purpose.
That's right.
For the collective of the people on this planet and this planet. I've been sent here multiple times, and I don't think I still have found it out until now. And the youth is being controlled in so many ways that are not good for them. So therefore, I have to open up a collective for them because I am one of them.
Nice.
I absolutely.
And how you feel your experience here at Black Expo?
It's been a lot of opportunities and amazing, just like this one right here and right now. And I'm very grateful for it. I thank the universe for it, and I thank the people of Orangeburg Wilkerson, my school, and the ones that came during the Business Expo where this all started at Orangeburg Wilkerson, and I'm just really grateful for it.
We thank you for taking time out to come speak with us, man. You like this, so you definitely lit something in me as well.
I would love for the youth that came down with you all. So I know they've been mentioning to you about kicking it with dads and what we do during the summer. But the big thing this year they want to do is we really want to have youth vendors. We want to push youth vendors. Mm-hmm. What is set up over there with all those youth vendors would be a great thing to have in that moment, because I think that we are so busy looking at what the adults and different people are trying to do right now that we miss that this is what's coming up next. You know, when you're sitting here talking to me right now, spiritually, you do hear and see different things, but you hear conversations like, you could be sitting next to the next Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. You could be sitting to the next person that does what in my generation FUBU did. When you had LL come out there and rap, and they were like, did he just take Gap and flip it for FUBU? And you were like, what? And they didn't catch it at first. But you all have that energy in you where you can come out and do things that no one could have touched. And I am very, very excited to see that come to fruition. Yeah. I am very excited to one day sit back and laugh and go, hey, that's the child that we saw at Black Expo in 2023. And it has happened. You've looked and seen people and you're like, hey, that child at Chick-fil-A, that's the boy that's on TV right now. There are moments like that. So these moments are phenomenal. I want a shirt.
Is this your first interview podcast?
Yes.
Ha! First seen on CTS. Exclusive.
You're hearing now.
Blow up.
We would love to have you at Kicking It with Dads, but not just in this moment. Us at a podcast would love to not only purchase your shirt or your clothing brand items, but actually have you come back and like really sit and talk with us one-on-one, and not in this setting, but in our setting, and really have that Black Wall Street, the next edition conversation. That's major. Outstanding.
Thank you again. You're doing an amazing job. Hope people follow this, especially you, because your message in this 6-7 minutes you've been here has been powerful.
What's your social media? Because I know you got one. I know y'all do that.
It's Akivas Clothing. So it's AKIVS.clothing.
It's AKIVS clothing.
Yes.
That's on Facebook, IG, Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. We'll make sure we get out there. A, we're going to make sure we follow you.
Yes, ma'am.
But B, we're going to make sure we keep in touch with you. We certainly want to get in touch with the leader that brought you all down, and really get you all to come back. I would love to have you this summer at Kicking It with Dads. I keep saying this summer like it's not in 3 weeks, but to have you all there and to show the community what's possible. Sometimes you don't believe what you can do until you see someone who looks like you do it.
That's another thing I wanted to state. As spiritual beings in physical bodies, we have the power to manifest anything from the non-physical realm into the physical realm. So anyone who doubts themselves or listens to other people doubt them, just know that not only are you not alone, but it is all within you through the thought of mind. You just have to follow the process to make it come true in the physical world. My clothing brand started from me sitting at the lunch table at school, just listening to everything that was going around. So I was like, let me draw up something. And then I ended up purchasing my own stuff from saving money. And here I am now.
How is that? So you brought me another question. I said, I'm about to let you go. How is that going in school? Like, do your classmates purchase your stuff all the time?
They definitely have. And I've been working on pushing it more. Like I said, I was prepping for the Expo, so I really haven't been able to make any sales outside of this, but they definitely asked me when I'm going to drop new products or what am I creating now, what is coming out next. So they're definitely intrigued with that. And I feel like that is a way for me to also get the message out of there as well.
That is powerful. Well, I am thankful that you came through.
Thank you for taking the time.
I cannot wait to see more of what comes out with your clothing. And we look forward to hopefully having you all with us at Kicking It with Dads.
I'm sorry, how long y'all here today? Till 5. Y'all got till 5 to come down, see this young man, purchase anything. He has more than clothes at his station, trust me. It's the whole world of things he got going over there. And I'll be down there to find me something.
We on the way.
You got extra large?
Yeah, definitely do.
So listen, we're going to let y'all go and have a great day. If you cannot check him out here, we hopefully can work out things where you guys can check him out at Kicking It with Dads. But we getting ready to go to the table and get us a shirt. So y'all be great and have an amazing afternoon. We just wanted to show you something great that's coming out. We've had so many conversations about the youth and what they aren't doing, where they are going, and how things are happening, that we have not really shown you the great side of what they're doing. So just as we have so many things happening that are not so positive, we have some powerful young leaders coming up that are going to be the next ones. So y'all keep wearing your Gucci and all that stuff. But I'm going to go put this AC on, right?
Gotta focus on the positivity.
And I'm going to have my positive mind, body, and soul rocking. Y'all have a good one. I am excited to see that. Thank you.
Thank you.